And we are back with another War Selection After Battle Rank commentary video. In this battle, I don't know what the hell happened, but I got really lucky. So I spawned here. It's a really... I don't know how to say this, how to point out this spawn. This spawn was insanely bad, and if I wasn't fighting against someone who was amateurish, they were good. They used some warrior strategy, but they just couldn't find me. And I also spawned in this little tiny corner. It was so bad. The entire time was just so bad. Because I couldn't build anywhere. It was horrible. Like, I struggled so much just with my location itself. But I managed to pull through. So as you see, I built here. I started building some fight pits. Started building, all this. It's just a tiger was here, and I let it away. And keep in mind, I don't have any food whatsoever. I don't have any extra food. And you see, there's no cows. Like, there's cows all the way over here. There's cows all the way over here, too. And a few cows here, but they're just so far away. And even then, like, I have to do for these cows, I have to fight a tiger. And then for these cows, I have to walk all the way over here and maybe fight a boar and a tiger right here. There's 2 tigers. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boars. And I'm also fighting Duelin. Now I fought this guy. Oh my god, Duelin! If you see this video, you annoyed the shit out of me. Okay, so real quick, you'll see him again to me in a future video. But Duelin, I beat him like 3 times, and he beat me once and knocked me down the ratings so far by 56. And I ended up going all the way down. It's so annoying. I really hate the rating system in this game. But anyway, as you see, I have no more food. I used up all my berries. I have no more food. Luckily I had some friends in the call who told me to stop producing stone warriors so I don't burn through my food. Now I did have some fish here and a boar, which I did gather. Because I had as you see, I have no food whatsoever. I don't even have enough to upgrade a single worker. And I try to get the poultry farm up as fast as possible. And I have no stone warriors. I barely have enough. And meanwhile, look at him. He's just living it up over here. He's living it up. You got a mammoth, some boars. So I go ahead and press the attack. I know this attack is gonna fail miserably. I just hope that maybe I can, damage him a little bit. And again, the attack was, I don't even know how to explain. Okay, real quick, look how many mountains there are in this map. Yeah, it was insane. Like, I'm sitting here, like, it isn't amazing. Like, for me, if I was spawning maybe like right here or something, it would be in the battle reach to industrial. It would have been an amazing assault or amazing defensive location. It would have been amazing because there's so few locations they could have gone through. Like, sure, they have lots of resources, but I'm protected by just a series of mountain ranges and a tree line, which is amazing location. But again, I have such a hard time getting off the ground. Finally, now I age up. I immediately try to get a poultry farm up as fast as possible. And then I sent my warriors in. I split my forces up, and you see his forces all the way back here. And he says in the chat that he couldn't find me. I think I'll see that later. Not now. I go in, try to kill his workers, his food workers. For speed up time a little bit. Yeah, right here. He says, I couldn't find you for the longest time. Yeah. I try to kill his workers. I kill a few, but not as nearly as much as I wanted to. Still do a number on him. Not as much as I wanted to, but oh well. Finally, once again, I consolidate my forces. This time I have food. I'm getting poultry farms up. I have food. I keep going, and he'll attack again. He'll attack right here. What do you say? Man, your base is so hidden. LMAO, it's cramped. He says, see what a huge advantage you have. I did not have an advantage in this entire game. It was horrible. He had a much bigger advantage than I had. But he didn't utilize his advantage. You see, he comes through here. Now I get, you know... I had 3 bulwarks here at my original, and then I built 2 more. And I was able to stem the tide a little bit. And I couldn't... I tried to defend my stone warriors... But I was like, you know what? His army is here. His base is defended, and I have a larger army. So I just sent my stone warriors out. I took whatever stone warriors I did have that I could produce through here, but he kept destroying my houses, so I couldn't produce anymore. You see, it was getting bad with my population. It was just hitting my population. I just could not produce any workers. But luckily, I had a really good defensive location. My workers were completely safe, and I wasn't worried. But it was just the fact that he would just bombarding all this, and it just hit my population bad. So I just tried to rebuild as much as possible as fast as I could, and he kept doing a number on my houses. It was insane. And I see more stone warriors coming this direction. He doesn't notice, luckily. So again, I keep going. I tried rebuilding my house as fast as possible to get my stone warriors back up. He sends more warriors. Let me just beat up time a little bit. He goes in, and he goes all the way around, just goes for the house. Right here, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing to him. And unfortunately, it doesn't really work because he has much more houses and far less population in terms of warriors and stuff, because he exhausted all his warriors here. Meanwhile, I still have all my warriors, so all these warriors would have to die just for me to get my population back up. So I just sent whatever I could. I built tons and tons and tons and tons of houses. Tried to stem the tide. Eventually, all these warriors do die because he didn't go after my bulwarks or my towers. And you see, I tried going for his houses. It doesn't really work as well because he kept defending. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to spread my forces out to try and, you know, also try to, you know, keep him busy. Like, my whole plan was right here was just to keep him busy. As if he wasn't producing supplies, his workers weren't producing supplies, he could not produce more soldiers. He would just starve himself because he wasn't producing. As you see, his resources do take a hit until eventually he starts running out of wood. And I start going for these houses. I just do whatever I could, and boom, there we go. He didn't have any workers on gathering wood. I was able to defend and rebuild my houses. I just kept pushing him as far as I could. We're gonna speed up time, and he eventually just gives up. He just completely gives up, and right here he destroys everything. He just mass destroys everything. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna destroy some of his stuff first, and then I just go for the temple. I didn't go for the last warehouse, but oh well. I finally just destroyed him, and now my reinforcements show up. Look at that. Now my reinforcements show up. But this map was just horrible for me. You think it's lucky for me? No, it was not. Like, the only thing lucky about it was the fact that I was able to defend against his stone warriors, that he just kept attacking my houses. And had he not attacked my houses, I probably could have repelled the assault much easier. But this has been my video. Leave a like, comment, and I'll see you all next time.